Jesus Shuttlesworth was the fictional Coney Island basketball star of Spike Lee's He Got Game, released back in 1998. The film, which did mediocre commercially, scoring a 64% on Metacritic and a 6.9 out of 10 on IMDb, starred Ray Allen as Jesus in his first and only acting role, alongside Denzel Washington as Jake Shuttlesworth, Jesus' father. Spike also casted other NBA players such as Travis Best and Rick Fox as Jesus' teammates at Lincoln High School. Some of you may be thinking, hey, this sounds a lot like a Stephon Marbury story, and I agree with you. But, according to Spike, the story isn't about Starbury. Marbury was asked for an audition, along with some other young greats at the time like Kevin Garnett and Kobe Bryant, still rocking his afro at the time. However, Stephon declined since he, in his own words, didn't think he had to audition to play himself. He says that looking back, he understands why they wanted him to audition, and there was more to acting than he originally recognized. The movie had actually picked up a good amount of popularity and is now considered one of, if not the best basketball movie ever made. In January of 2014, the NBA allowed it for a single game to let players put nicknames of their choice on the back of their jerseys. Ray said he didn't even think twice about it and donned a Miami Heat jersey with Jay Shuttlesworth along the back on January 10th, 2014 against the Nets, cementing the nickname as his own for years to come. But that's all besides the point. The move had been done before, but it was first popularized by those 90s and 1 teams. You know, like Professor Live, Hot Sauce, those guys. The movie also used it, which is how it's become known as the Jesus Shuttlesworth. But with that long-ass introduction out of the way, let's get into the actual tutorial. So the move is harder than it looks. Maybe it's just because I don't really use it, but it took a couple of minutes for me to get this one down. Most of the time you use it, you'll likely be in the post, but you don't really see me do that here. But let's say you're backing down someone bigger than you in the post. You first do it behind the back, which honestly makes this move risky off the bat. It'll probably get stolen if you aren't low, but you're in the post, you likely already are. Then you just wrap around and explode out in the opposite direction of the crossover. It sounds simple, but it can be hard to explode out the right way in a controlled and effective manner. I definitely lost my handle more than a few times figuring this one out. It's best used to get to the bucket, but you can obviously combine it with some other moves to utilize it in different ways. The only real progressions for this move are just fakes, so you behind the back, do an exploding jab step and step back into a jump shot, or you just hezzy behind the back, then do another behind the back, and then wrap around. But other than that, it doesn't really get very crazy. It's a simple concept that's difficult to pull off, but looks cool as hell when you do it. That's really all there is to it. If you can use it to get into your jumper, great. If you can control how tightly you explode out, even better. But a lot of that depends on that first behind the back, so make sure you get good and consistent with those. As with every move, you shouldn't have to look at the ball to know where it's going. That should just about do it. In all honesty, this move isn't very practical. You can always use a post spin or spin fake or fade out. This is more of a there's a cute girl in the stands and you want to show off type of move. Because if you can pull it off, it looks really cool, and it works. There are just less risky options that are also effective. Anyways, that's enough from me. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.